This is your evening news update for Monday, February 1. So glad you could join us. The father of 19-year-old Jerome Romario Edwards is still hoping that he will see his son again. Edwards of Gays St. Peter is still missing at sea after he was reportedly struck by a strong wave while trying to exit the water at the Queen Street Beach Spitestown, St. Peter yesterday. Searches carried out by the Police Marine Unit and the Coast Guard have so far been unsuccessful. Dad John Watson spoke to reporters at the site today.
Every boy will feel as a father losing a son. Ain't nothing they could do right now but just wait. Early this morning, hoping to find the body, but nothing as yet.
Edward's grandmother, Waveney Watson, struggled to hold back the tears as she remembered her beloved grandson.
He just come down here, spend weekends with me, then go back up to his mother. If they will bring him back, he will go back all the time. George, I love it.
Meanwhile, a male British visitor who also went missing at sea yesterday has still not been found. Police have identified him as 61-year-old Mark Smith, who has been staying at Sunset Crest, St. James. Operations at the government's newest testing centre got underway today and there was a hive of activity. Scores of people flocked to the Wildy Gymnasium to get their COVID-19 tests. The site not only catered to locals, but tourists returning to home to the United States and the United Kingdom. They were required to pay Barbados $100 for the rapid tests. On Sunday, the government advised that all services related to rapid and PCR testing, which were previously carried out by the Best de Santos Public Health Laboratory, would move to the Wildy Gymnasium. The new team of Cuban medical practitioners today declared they will stand with Barbados in the fight against COVID-19. The team, which consists of 15 doctors and laboratory specialists, gave this assurance as they visited the Cuban monument in Paynes Bay, St. James, to commemorate the October 6, 1973 bombing of Cuban Airlines. Barbados' ambassador to CARICOM, David Comichon, said that tragedy led the Fidel Castro administration in Havana to take a stand to alleviate human suffering around the world.
We know that it is because of that kind of tragedy that the Cuban government and people developed this idea that they must dedicate Cuba to saving lives. We know that the Henry Reeve Medical Brigade was the brainchild of President Fidel Castro, and we know that he saw it as Cuba's gift to the world, Cuba's gift of internationalism, of solidarity, of expressing solidarity with suffering humanity all over the world. And so we are so pleased that you have chosen to share this gift of solidarity with the people of Barbados.
Leader of the brigade of the Cuban medical team, Dr. Rodriguez, added that the team is proud to carry out their mission.
Finally, we are to win this battle together, Barbadian and Cuban doctor, Cuban nurse, Cuban technician, for fighting to win the battle with pandemic COVID-19. So we are continue working. Once again, while Barbadian government authority and the people of Barbadia need us, we are continuing here to fight together to defend the life of the people of Barbadia.
And now for today's COVID-19 update. There were 13 new positive COVID-19 cases on Sunday out of the 520 tests conducted by the Public Health Lab. The new patients consist of 8 women and 5 men. 7 of them were previously sent to the Harrison's Point Isolation Facility to confirm whether their PCR test result was a new or old case. 5 of the remaining 6 persons are Barbadian nationals. The total number of persons diagnosed as positive at HMP Dodds remains at 362. Of these, 355 have recovered, and the remaining 7 inmates are included in active cases. The total number of active cases is 375. To date, Barbados has recorded 1,558 cases, 642 females, and 916 males.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To regional news in Jamaica, police say in another 24 hours, the suspect who brutally gunned down a woman as she worshipped at the Agape Christian Fellowship Church on Market Street in Falmouth, Trelawney, are likely to be in custody. More in this report from Television Jamaica.
Head of the Area 1 Police Headquarters, Assistant Commissioner Clifford Chambers, last night told our news center that the incident appears to have been a contract killing.
The motive appears to be domestic, as it is right now, which has an extension with a contract, if you will.
It was reported that about 10:30, Mrs. Lowe Garwood was praying when a man seated behind her pulled an illegal gun and opened fire. Mrs. Lowe Garwood was shot several times at close range. The shooter escaped in a car. 3 persons were later detained. ACP Chambers told our news center that 2 of them will remain in custody. He also revealed that the getaway vehicle was rented.
And the person and our institution from whom it was rented is also in close relationship with the police at this stage, as we're trying to establish exactly who the renter of the vehicle is. So based on the leads which are being followed now and present operational activities which are entrained by the police, we are confident that within the next 24 hours we will get in custody those persons who are involved in this crime.
On the international scene, the United States warns that any reversal of democratic progress in the Southeast Asian country of Myanmar could trigger an immediate review of sanctions laws and policies. Word of this from the White House press secretary at a press conference today.
The United States, I should say, removed sanctions on Burma over the past decade based on progress toward democracy. The reversal of that progress will necessitate an immediate review of our sanctions laws and authorities, followed by appropriate action.
But do the events at the Capitol on January 6th make it harder for the United States to be part of this international community that he's calling on?
Look, I think President Biden, I don't think the international community sees President Biden as a root of the events on January 6th. And certainly he has made every effort through conversations directly with partners and allies, through how he has spoken publicly in disgust about the events on January 6th, and through his own commitment to restoring rule of law, democracy here in the United States. The United States remains a country in the world that is looked to for leadership, and it's going to take some time, but he's certainly committed to doing that.
That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.